The National Communications Secretary of the PCC, the Reverend Mokokombwe Thomas, on behalf of the Regional Communications Secretary of the PCC and the stations manager for CBS, Mr. Gemda Emmanuel, and the entire staff of CBS Radio, we welcome you to Bamenda and to our radio station. May God bless you while you stay here and take you back safely. You're welcome, sir.
The visit of the National Communications Secretary for the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, the Reverend Mokokombwe Thomas, to the Christian Broadcasting Service, CBS Radio Bamenda, on Tuesday, July 28, 2020, came at a time when the staff of the radio are preparing to engage with the Presbyterian Echo newspaper. In line with these, a refresher course on news writing for newspaper was facilitated by Asongafak Marie-Therese, who had the task to drill the journalists on how to transform their radio report into newspaper report.
Basically, the key components to take into consideration converting from radio to newspaper is the style. Remember that with newspaper, you have more space to write to about even 1,000 words for some stories. So because of that, it gives them the laxity to go out and do more interviews, get more background on certain stories. So style, I'll say, is the main thing that they need to focus on as they try to convert their radio reports into newspaper.
The Regional Communications Secretary for the Northwest, who doubles as stations manager for CBS Radio Bamenda, Gemda Emmanuel, states the reasons for such a workshop.
The journalists of CBS Radio Bamenda are expected to file in reports for the Presbyterian newspaper. These are journalists who are well trained, but you agree with me that for over 3 years, most of them have been reporting for the radio, and radio is quite different from newspaper reporting. So it was high time we got them to refresh their knowledge and gain more skills in newspaper reporting, and we decided to have the exercise at a time like this, whereby we want to make the PCC more hearable through the print media.
I'm reporting for the radio and navigate it to a newspaper. I've actually learned a lot because there were so many things that I had no idea about when it comes to the newspaper, because with the newspaper I write details of it.
It was a very telling exercise. Practicing as a radio journalist, sometimes we just limit ourselves to creating that connection between listeners and your pen and the voice. So we don't pay attention to detail per se because we want to catch the moment as per the time we have. But having gone through this refresher course, I am now recalled once again to start thinking of writing well for the newspaper. And the facilitator was amazing. She took her time to explain every bit. I'm well equipped to start pursuing writing for newspaper.
Immediately after the workshop, an enlarged meeting to discuss the future of the communication department was chaired by the National Communications Secretary, the Reverend Mokokombwe Thomas. Gemda Emmanuel, the new Regional Communications Secretary and Stations Manager for CBS Radio, alongside other new staff, were presented in the course of the meeting.